to deal with the wind. This is Rune. He was more Viking earlier today, but now he's being warm. There. So you have to say hi to people here too.
Yeah.
We have Charlotte is here from unstable Bergen. I guess we have to scream because of the. It's blowing out. Sure. Garcia is here from Holland. Arlene is here from sunny Winnipeg.
Oh, sunny.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not very sunny here. It's just fine. It's just a little wind. So we go to the grocery store and then there's bouquets of flowers for Easter blowing all over the place. I think the bucket's near the fjord. Since then they brought him in though. It's sunny and 11 degrees in Moscow where Peruta is. Yeah, well, maybe tomorrow. Arlene says, don't forget to hit the like button to help Karen's channel. Oh, I like that. Yep, like and subscribe. And I promise I did not drink a winter latte right before YouTube this week.
Okay, good.
Because I watched it back last week and I can barely understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
It was Susan Youngman's here. Rainy in Adirondacks. Okay, we can really relate with Susan. Oops, there we go. Oh, we got more. James Steele. Ah, hi Karin and Karl. Well, it is Karin and Rune. Spelled like Rune, but Rune. I always say Rune, but that's a girl's name.
Yeah, R-U-N-E.
R-U-N-E.
Rune.
Yep, but we'll have Karl in a few. He's inside staying warm because he's smart. No, you guys have been guiding today, all day.
He stays in because he's not a Viking.
Yeah, Arlene says it's snowing there. Yeah, it's like wet snow though. It's not going to stick. It's kind of like rain. But James Steele, nice to meet you. And Nell is here. The microphone is catching the wind badly. Yeah, hang on for 10 minutes. We'll go inside. Yeah. First, we have to show you what Rune did. It's all Rune, right?
Yeah.
Nobody else.
Because that is brand new.
That wasn't up this morning.
No.
New fences. How do you do this now? Do you want to go demonstrate for us?
Yeah, okay.
See if you can... There you go. How do you get them to bend without breaking?
They are fresh.
They're fresh.
And,
Okay. We'll look at some more and then we're going inside. You can see the flags whipping. So the closer we get to the flags, the more it's going to blow in the microphone. Look how nice. Are you have to cut these to fit or do you just slide them?
No, we cut off the ends and the twigs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This is not fixed yet, so
this isn't fixed yet, but you're working on it?
Yeah.
It's Easter.
Yeah.
We have more Vikings coming too. Oh, I'll turn. Okay, so if you can't hear them, that's why we're fixing the fences. The old wood is just baking off. So I think it's bonfire this week with old fences. But you can see how easy they just break off, and those are what, from 2017?
Yeah.
At least. The newer ones were on top, but oh God, you guys have been busy.
Yeah.
All that is new as well.
Yeah, part of it.
Or pushed down here. Yeah. And you lowered them so you don't have to be an unreasonable height. This one too looks nice. Is this the one you did? Yes, of course it is. No, well, he did some. No, he had some help.
I was not alone.
No.
We have made our chieftain work too.
The chieftain has to work. It's so hard to be the chieftain. See, we got Vikings. We got 2 here now and we're expecting 20 within the week. The lid on the toilet hasn't blown off yet. That's the first thing to go in a storm is those planks.
We have plans to fix this first.
There's plans to fix that one, he says. Depends on how bad it is. That's new.
All the way around here.
And this is new. Look at that. I have 3 likes and 9 people watching. And I only advertised less than an hour ago because I was late again. You can see it's whipping. It's not so bad in the microphone right now though, so that's good.
So this is what we do when we don't have any tourists.
Mm. And are you gonna do that fence too?
Not yet.
People like to stand there when they're waiting for their turn to throw axes,
Yeah.
so it's really cushed.
That fence is definitely going to be fixed because it doesn't look very nice.
No, that was last year when we didn't have much time, so we put in these big fat chunks in there.
Yeah.
You can see a little better there.
And we have put up a new axe target.
Yay! Did you make a whole new base, or
Yeah.
how many axes?
It was not. It was already there. It's another.
How long do you think it'll take? How many weeks before
This
someone
is,
axes it down?
It's more simple than the other one. So hopefully it doesn't take. Hopefully it lasts this season.
Yeah, because what it's usually goes is when they hit the axes into the legs,
Yeah.
and then it looks nice and solid. Wait, no, demonstrate. Sorry, I was zoomed in. You have to go demonstrate again. Well, okay, so all we have to do is hit the axe from the backside and it falls off.
Yeah.
Oh, good question. Garcia has to know, where is the wood coming from? You have got, how do you have a lot of trees? Because
Yeah, we have, but most of the trees around here are a bit too big for us.
Yeah?
And they are owned. The trees are, or the forests are owned by private people. So we have to ask
Permission,
for
yeah.
permission to cut them down.
Those are all trees over there, not bush.
Yeah. So we need not too thick and as long as possible.
What kind of trees do you use?
Here, most of the trees we have here is Ur. I'm not sure.
Ur, yeah, is that spelled
English.
U-R?
O-R.
O-R, O-R, somebody quick.
Ur.
What is Ur in English? I can't remember. O-R. Heidi Lisa to see her.
Older, I think, or...
Elder, yeah, Alder. I think you're right,
yes.
Alder. And Maria
Hi,
Lynn.
Heidi.
Oops, sorry. Say it again.
Hi, Heidi. That's my sister.
All in the
I'm
family
looking
here.
forward to see your needle binding project.
Are you needle binding? Is she needle binding?
Yeah, she said, at least she said. But
Oh,
I
we're
haven't
expecting
seen anything yet.
we're expecting results.
Yeah. She has a book and she has needles and yarn and everything.
She got the with one needle. Was that it? Sorry,
Yeah,
wrong
yeah.
button there. Maria Hales here from Denmark. So we're talking about a needle binding magazine.
Yeah, okay.
Did you? Yeah, you didn't catch that though.
No.
Did we get any new ideas? The idea was making an online needle binding magazine, maybe for a year, so maybe every third month. We decided Karl has actually agreed to be the page 3 boy.
Oh. Every...
Well, the first one.
Every issue?
Every issue. So the first one is going to be him modeling a bikini.
Yeah.
So I have to make it. We'll do just the bikini top.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. I have to put this on you. So he's going to be the page 3 boy. And we'll do the bikini, just the top. So I have not only that, but I will make the pattern and you can make a bikini yourself. I mean, how hard could it be? You start 2 hats, screw them up, and then you just put like some string.
Yeah.
I don't know. We have to do this after like, 108 weeks of talking about a bikini.
Okay. Good.
And then Karl's going to model them. What are you going to do?
I don't know.
You could do a little bit about needle binding needles, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so we'll have to do it. There's all kind. You have to put your ideas in there. Marie's checking to see what people will do. Oh, Kiwi likes the idea. Oh, Kiwi, you would have to feature your sweater. Okay, new goals here. There's a lady that makes awesome, wonderful sweaters, but she hasn't done one in this style yet. And Kiwi nails it. So it's she made like a Victorian bicyclist style, so big puffy sleeves, skinny arms. This would make more sense to you if you were female.
Okay.
And fitted waist, and I don't know, I mean, it fits her perfectly, and it looks so cool. You wouldn't know that was needle binding.
Okay,
I will show you.
Maybe I have seen it.
It's a red one. She's got over 1,000 likes within one day.
I've seen it in Instagram or something.
Yeah, that's it. She's on Instagram too.
Because I see all these needle binding pictures.
No, it's awesome. I have to show it to you. I don't think I've seen anything score that high on Instagram, or I mean on Facebook in the needle binding group before.
Oh.
I hear music coming down from the fjord.
Not
Anyway,
music.
no, we're not going down that way anyway. Ah, Maria says, yes, maybe how to make a wooden needle or tips.
Yeah.
You don't have to give away all your secrets.
No.
Because
Yeah, of
you could
course.
show me how to make it. It doesn't mean I'm going to make it.
No, I can do that.
We can do that. I sold one. I think we sold one of your needles today from a lady who was visiting from a medieval village in Denmark.
Oh,
I forgot the name, but Maria might know what it is. And she came in and she's like, I need needle binding yarn. Can I use do you have any needle binding yarn? And the Spanish girl we have in the store, she's only been back for a couple days. Oh yeah, no, this is for needle binding. No, you can't use this, you can't use this. It's the troll yarn from Hillesvåg, but she meant the reason you couldn't use it is because it's 2-ply.
oh yeah.
So she learned with the 1-ply.
Yeah.
But then I go and show her and I said, yeah, but this is made with that. And I explained it to her. She's, okay, then she was fine.
Yeah.
But she was looking to do York stitch and some other stuff.
Suppose you can use all kinds of yarn
You can, yeah.
in theory.
Yeah, I don't know maybe how long she's been needle binding or if they just stuck
Yeah.
with single ply. But it's quite cool. Yes, or is alder tree, says Pruda. Everyone says, Kiwi, your sweater is amazing. It is. I mean, new goals. It was perfection. Love the needle on my shawl, says Charlotte. I forgot my Viking bling in Vestbjerg, so I come here for 10, 11 days and I forget my Viking bling.
Yeah.
So I stole this one from my coat. But it's cold.
Yeah.
Heidi says, miss you.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else am I missing here? You could do, everybody asks about bone needle. Big word of advice when working with bone needle. What's your best advice when making them needle out of bone?
It's much the same as wooden needle, but it takes much more time, because the bone is much harder than wood.
And do you wear a face mask when you make
Yeah,
these?
if you're using grinding and sanding stuff.
Sanding, yeah.
Then you need maybe, it's a good idea. It smells terrible, but yeah.
But they're nice.
Yeah.
And I think those the get lodged in your
Yeah,
lungs.
it's the same with if you make needles out of horn too. It's much harder than wood, so it takes more time. But then they are more solid though.
Arlene says, I'm putting a fence like that around my garden this year. Bunnies keep stealing my food.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Let's see. What else am I catching on? So yes, we need more. Okay, now the wind is picking up again. I could see it on the flag. Love the cloak. Oh, thank you. It is Magda. If anyone knows who Magda is from Poland, European markets might know. She, I can keep it on for a minute. I was going to make a tunic out of it, and then I yo-yo in weight. I go way down and way up. So for 108 weeks, you can see me lose weight and gain weight. Some of it's water, though. Anyway, so I think it's gonna stay like this, because it's a lot of money. It's a good price for her because she's from Poland, and Poland and Norway is really cheap.
Yeah.
So,
Also,
yeah. So if you can see underneath there you can see all the extra. They're gonna be burning wood like mad. There. Should we go wait and keep a little warm and see if we drag Karl?
Yeah.
Greg is on his way back. He's going to tell us a story. Oh, we have to go on this side. It's cool on this side too. You have to admire the fence. What did you guys do then the last 2 weeks when I was at home trying to sell all my kids' stuff?
Moira was in the forest and collected all these trunks.
How many tractor loads was this?
We have 2 now.
Yeah?
So we have more or less spent 2.
Oh, that's not too bad. You got a lot out of 2.
Yeah. But I think we need at least 1 or maybe 2 more.
How far did you have to drive to get it all, did you say?
Just
Oh, this needs repair.
15 minutes.
All right, we're no longer showing your good work now. We're showing the old work. Yeah, no, time for repair. Did you know it was going to crack that much?
Yeah.
Okay, try there now.
Sorry.
Okay, time to repair.
This is the old ones.
That's the old one.
Very nice.
No, that was too thick, or
Yeah, and they are too stiff and they don't look nice.
too stiff and they don't look nice. No, it's because Rune's when he's in front of the camera. But yeah, no, he said they're going to replace them. But the trees they get, these ones were, for example, the one he pulled up here is too stiff because it was a little too big.
Yeah.
And they don't look nice, so they're going to take those out. But 2 tractor loads.
The reindeer horns growing in the fence.
And the reindeer like to grow their horns in the fence.
This is very old.
You can tell it's been here a while. It's got moss growing on it.
Yeah.
It's kind of a cool color, though.
I think the horns are not very solid.
Nope, the horns aren't very solid anymore, so no antler needles out of those. They'd probably
They
make.
tend to rot.
They'd make good firewood.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, yeah. No, so when there's something wrong with the front of my, du må reparere, Sundin, you have to repair it.
Yeah, I know.
Now that you broke it all.
Yeah, all right.
All right. Karsten's here, by the way. Hello, Karsten, and Dora also. No. And, oh, Raymond Roberts is here. You can take Rune anywhere twice the second time to apologize.
What? Who said?
Raymond Roberts, the one that's still waiting for the mountain to show up.
Oh, yeah.
You can take Rune anywhere twice the second time to apologize.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, it's cute. Should we go in before the wind starts kicking up again?
Yeah.
I'm having an excellent hair day, by the way. We had tourists in today.
Yeah.
How many? No, you didn't get to guide. You got a new
No.
job today. What was that?
I was to welcome some tourists on the ferry on the other side of the river.
You were literally drumming up service.
No, well, I didn't use drum set.
No.
After all.
What did you do?
I put my helmet on and a shield and a spear, and I went to the ferry. Yeah, and people took pictures, and yeah, that's normal.
Yeah. Were there a lot of people on the ferry?
Yeah, well, yeah, quite a lot. Yeah, like
Greg
20,
had a pretty
20,
group.
20 people.
I think Greg had a pretty good sized group here.
Yeah.
I didn't see them all come in at once, and so I was
think,
surprised.
Many of them came with the ferry, and they followed me over the bridge.
Let's
It was
see.
not intended, but
There.
it happened.
Yeah, but that's good though.
Yeah.
So now we're going into the office area.
Yeah.
The not so. Oh, what are you making here, Runa?
This.
To turn it.
Yeah.
I'll have to talk for him because the front microphone isn't working. Holy crap, that looks heavy. Okay, does anybody know what Rune is making? Little trivia for you. Notice how proud Rune is of the find. No, he says he's not proud.
Old Norse god. Imagine what kind of god this is.
He says it's an Old Norse god. What kind of god do you think it might be? You can put your guesses in there. Did anyone pay the ferryman? I hope they did not. They did to fix the price, otherwise they got it the other side. No, they have to pay. Yes, Peruta notices that that tree was very phallic.
Yeah, okay, good.
She might be on to something there. Frey, Runa's making Runa. I like that one. Frey, it is Frey. So Frey has to be very proud and represent all the men. Thank you. All the Viking men. Yeah, you don't want that to be a woman.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we'll go grab Karl. Karl, we're ready for you. Is he moving or is he in headphone land? Karl? He's coming in. I'll go sit down. I can show you what I made. Let's see. We'll put that here and fix this. Oh, we found a Karl. He'll be with us in a moment. My guess is he's getting energy in the form of tobacco. Not very Viking. Oh, wow, this is... I should put something... Do we have a box to put under this so it sits a little higher?
Box.
Like something like this. A bunch of books. Books.
A bunch of books.
A bunch of books as I went to Hobbitsies. We'll find that out.
Maybe a bigger one.
There we go. That should do. That should get the height up a little higher. Yeah, then we're not looking up our noses. There. Okay. So, I did more rows on this. I still haven't finished it. I don't know why. No, actually, maybe it's done. It might be done. Well, I usually like it a little longer, though, but maybe it is almost done. That's the Skansen hat. Skansen hat, which is basically Bruden M3. That's my... It's wool, but I think it's merino wool or something, but it's not splicing very well, so I'm gonna have to sew in my ends later. Maybe another one now? No, I gotta do another stitch, Raymond. You're torturous. That's actually close to getting done, though. This is the right side as you hold it. And the wrong side, I have ends to sew in. That's the wrong side. You do it like this, maybe? The right side, wrong side. It is cool though, but you can see it's kind of bumpy looking right now. So when I steam block it, it will lay much nicer. Ta-da. Maybe it will be done soon. I will finish it. I only have like this much yarn left, so then I have to.
Much
No,
left,
look at that. I got like red hair now.
Yeah.
Oh, so I will. This is the one I took a picture of with on the front of the thumbnail today. It has been blocked here on the top though, so I don't know if you can see that the stitches are a little less bumpy here than they are here. Do you know how to block? The easiest way to do it is to lay it flat on the ironing board. Have a seat, Karl. And then take a wet towel and put it on top, maybe like not like a bath towel, but like a kitchen towel. And then just push the iron down. Don't slide, but just push it down and it puts the steam in. And then it sets all my stitches and makes it look like I did a really good job from the beginning. Like that, instead of that. And then I made one more thing, which isn't historically accurate. It's another egg.
Yeah.
So, and don't let it get too hot. That's right, it will shrink. Yeah, so you just really want to just push the iron down and lift it off again. Just press, but don't hold it too long because yeah, introducing heat and friction to wool will cause it to shrink. Hi, Karl.
Hello.
They say hi. It's got bling in it, so this wasn't exactly Viking appropriate. I don't know if you can see it. So the day I exposed my jugular and showed my stash at home, I saw this yarn and a bunch of others. There's a little bling in there. There it goes. And I decided I would have to make an Easter egg with it because I can't make anything for Viking with it. It's too much glitter. Do you like it?
It is pushing it a little bit, but you could make a case for those being historically accurate.
Really?
You have the dragon eggs or the fertility eggs from the Viking Age.
Oh, tell about those.
They're mostly from Slavic culture, the way I understand it.
Yeah.
But it's probably the reason why eggs are associated with Easter.
Last year's egg. I'm sorry. I can't. Continue.
Maybe we should give it to him since he's going to be the Vikini boy.
You're gonna be the Vikini boy. I told him.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Do you want to hold my eggs?
No.
Rune wanted to know how to get the candy out of them. There's no more candy in the eggs. Okay, sorry. You were telling a nice story about the dragon eggs.
There are finds of ceramic eggs from, I think they are from about the right time period.
Yeah.
Eggs is kind of a symbol of birth and spring, and obviously when you get Christianity into the mix, resurrection. It's a little bit tenuous. We don't really know what the eggs mean. They were sold as dragon eggs in the time after the Viking Age. And they're probably just a fertility symbol of some sort.
So it's not like
But it's not like...
Game of Thrones, the Mother of Dragons kind of thing?
Well, Easter is originally by the Jewish people. It's Passover. It's their escape from captivity in Egypt. So they were already celebrating it when Jesus was crucified on Easter. So that's why the Christians celebrate it.
Yeah.
And none of these things have anything to do with eggs.
No.
It's not like the Israelites were laying eggs before they left Egypt, and don't think Jesus laid any eggs either.
No.
So the eggs come from somewhere else, and one of the theories is these fertility eggs from Slavic dragons.
So, do you want to revisit the question we had last year at about this time? How Viking is Easter, and does Easter have anything to do from Viking Age?
Well, no, the answer to that is still the same.
Still the same,
Not
huh?
at all. Somebody ate an egg, probably.
Yeah, I suppose
Yeah?
eggs has more to do with the spring than Easter.
Yeah?
Because it's the new beginning after a long winter when everything is dead and lifeless.
Mm.
Then you get a new start with an egg. Or
Yeah.
That's a
And
good point.
in the
That's a
medieval
really good point.
time, you kind of have to put Jesus or Christianity into all of this.
Yeah.
So that's why you end up with these weird combinations. Christmas, well, that's a very unlikely time, even if you take the Bible on face value, for Jesus to have been born, because of the shepherds that are out with their sheep the night he is born. It's not that cold in Israel in the winter, but you still wouldn't be out with your sheep. So if the Gospels are correct, he's probably born in spring or autumn, not in the middle of the winter. But you already have a big festival there anyway. You have the Roman Saturnalia and the Norse Midwinter Blot, and probably every culture had some kind of celebration for the shortest day of the year.
Yeah.
So, and they want to still do that, but they don't want to be seen as devil worshippers by the new Christian leaders. And it's also in the Christians' best interest to make sure that people can. It's mostly business as usual. New religion, but no reason not to give each other gifts on Saturnalia. No reason not to have a big feast at the midwinter. No reason to not play around with eggs or whatever crazy shit you do in the
Like my
you do
eggs.
in the spring, because it's no Easter.
What would you do with them? Do you want to fondle my eggs?
No.
It's so bad. They could be bigger or they could be Madonna. You know, because they're pointy. Ostarda. A lot of people think that has something to do with Easter in the Viking area.
But it's one sentence from Bede. It's
Clarify, because not everybody knows what I'm talking about, and even I don't know what I'm talking
no,
about.
it's a neo-pagan thing. They want to make up this entire story about how the Easter Bunny was a magical creature and the Christians stole all of it. But it's one sentence in Bede where he says something about before Christianity they used to worship Ostere in the month of April.
Yeah?
I believe that's all he says. There is nothing more on it. So everything else you read about it, either there are some sources I don't know about, which isn't completely unthinkable, but then I want to know about them, or it's just some things that some people made up for the internet.
And the bunny came into that from that one line.
I have no idea where they got the bunny from.
No, I don't even know where that came from.
You have all the fascinating medieval rabbit illustrations, but I don't think they have anything to do with the price of eggs.
Eggs?
And what does the Easter bunny has to do with eggs?
What is the Easter bunny? Actually,
He doesn't lay
no, the
eggs.
Easter bunny, at least as a kid growing up, so this has nothing to do with reality, but in my family, with the Easter bunny you would paint these eggs at night. You'd boil, of course, we hard boil the eggs because we can't be asked to sit there and blow the yolk out and everything. So we hard boil the eggs and then we paint them and then we put them in a bowl in the refrigerator. Something like 24, because you're going to have a lot of hard boiled eggs for something. I don't know what. We have a lot of egg salad the next week.
Yeah.
Anyway, but at some time during the night, the Easter bunny sneaks into the house and raids my refrigerator and takes all the eggs. And then he just hides them. And if we don't find them, it's going to be really stinky.
Yeah.
So then I have to send my kids around to go and find the eggs. And if they find them all, they get an Easter basket with a bunch of candy in it. In Norway, it actually is an egg that you have all your candy in. But I don't know, how do you guys do that in Norway with the Easter? Do you have any, you have the Easter påskejakt, the Easter hunt?
Yeah.
Or is that like...
I
Some
don't
people
think
have
that's
it.
particularly common. We don't have the bunny, we have the chickens, which
Yeah.
actually makes sense because they do lay eggs.
Yeah.
Well, the
So we
bunny
are,
could lay an egg.
We are not overcomplicating things.
No. Yeah, chickens are more important than bunnies.
I do remember we have the chicks over here. We do have them, but here it's like, I don't think I see any bunnies. One of the things that's in the basket, though, so now after the Easter bunny has hidden all our eggs and we find them all and we get a nice little basket, we get a chocolate bunny that we can eat, and you have to start with the ears and then you have to eat the head.
Okay.
Well, that's how I eat the dang chicken. Because we're morbid, we have to bite their heads off first. So there you go. You get a prize for finding all the eggs that you get to eat a chocolate version of the same thing that hit them all for you. Is it like a very cannibalistic form of revenge? Or I don't know. Okay, so what else do you guys do? You have like a whole bunch of Easter stuff. We've talked about this a long time ago, Virginia and I. You have other traditions like going to your cabin, but what do you do?
No, that's the thing. This is a very big thing in Norway. It's not by any means universal. My family, for instance, never did it.
No?
But a lot of Norwegians have cabins in the mountains. And when the snow is gone from the lowlands, they kind of follow the snow into the mountains in Easter to get caught by avalanches and have all kinds of fun.
Oh, yeah, there's an incident there, but I'll come back. Yeah, no.
No, there
I
are
do-
like 7 incidents every
No, there
year.
was at least 4 Frenchmen, I think, that died in an
Yeah,
avalanche
this year,
literally
yeah.
a couple days ago.
There is always someone.
Not here, though.
This happens every year. It's
Yeah.
Because they go and ski in the mountain and they,
And the interesting thing there was there's never been an avalanche in that spot before, so they weren't. I mean, they always tell you to beware, but I think in that particular spot it hadn't actually avalanched before, so they weren't. They were caught quite by surprise.
And Norway's tradition for crime.
Yeah, påskekrim.
Novels,
That's what I was getting
crime
at.
novels.
Yeah.
So, what is your odd infatuation that only at Easter time you're allowed to read a lot of crime and nothing but crime,
I don't do it, so I don't know.
Mister?
I believe it's a fairly new thing, and
Yeah.
I believe
It's been as long as I've been in Norway, so 25 years.
Yeah, no, it's new as in after the Second World War.
Yeah.
I don't think we had anything similar before that.
No.
But it might have to do with just scheduling for the Norwegian. We used to only have one TV channel and one radio channel.
Yeah.
Then we got another radio channel, and I can remember that. So that's not that long ago.
No. I think it was a novel or about that criminal novel that happened during Easter, and it was a lot of writing about it in the papers and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I think maybe that's kind of what started it.
Yeah, it might be something like that.
I was wondering if it
happened
was
on the
like
train
British
between
influence
Oslo
or.
and Bergen, I think.
Yeah.
It was one special novel that started all this stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's a tradition.
And now you have to do puzzles too, Sudoku and
Yeah.
crosswords, and
I seem to remember having talked about this before. But
we probably did, but it's
the
been about.
Norwegian broadcasting company loves English crime
Mm.
and genuinely hates American crime.
Oh, we like to blow shit up. You don't
Well-
seem to get into that.
It's kind of different styles. So they would say that Agatha Christie is very, very good,
Agatha Christie, yeah.
and Philip Marlowe is very, very bad. So you will not see anything Philip Marlowe or America related in any way.
Huh.
But you'll see a lot of British crime.
That I've noticed.
And also German. Very popular. Derek, Kriminalpolizei.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to catch up a little bit here. James is making a sweater. How are you doing it? Are you doing it from the bottom or are you starting from the top? And is this your first one? And what do you think? There's so many different ways to approach that. I still have to figure out what I did with the pictures from the blacksmith sweater. Suddenly they've disappeared, all the progress photos.
Oh.
So I'm a little delayed on that one. And Arlene says, hit like, yay. And follow and subscribe. Nell is in, and she says, in here in Finland, there's a lot of bonfires, most likely as pre-Christian tradition. We like to burn stuff, but it's not until the 1st of May. Or
yeah,
what?
we have 2 bonfire holidays in Norway. We have Midsummer, which is
That's true.
a big bonfire thing, and we also have Olsok, the death of Saint Olav Haraldsson.
When is that one?
25th of June.
Oh,
or,
Sanktans Helvet? No, not Sanktans. That's Midsummer.
It's like a month after,
Oh.
or before, or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
It's not really. People don't do much about it now, but it was a very big thing when I was a kid.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one before, but it might just be because I'm on the other side of Norway, normally.
Yeah, and it's also not really practical to have 2 bonfire excuses in the middle of the summer.
No.
Any excuse to... No,
When everything
lately
is
it's been
very
drier.
dry and
Yeah.
But the other Sanktans it's because of Sankt Halvard or Hans or.
Yeah, what is that one?
I believe
The Midsummer one.
it is.
It's like June 20.
Well, the Christian excuse is kind of irrelevant. It's midsummer.
Yeah.
But the Christian excuse, Sankt Hans, I think it's Johannes.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I'm
Yeah,
not
of
sure.
course.
Sometimes
This is the
means saint.
translating names thing again that drives
Yeah.
me up the bloody wall.
So Saint Johannes, maybe?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
But isn't there a rule that is in Norway? Okay, so if you want to clean out all the brush and stuff and all the trees or whatever that blew down, etc., whatever, by a certain date every year, you can actually are allowed to start a bonfire on your own property to get rid of it.
Yes, but that has to do with fire safety, and
Yeah.
I think the date is kind of flexible. I think it's later in the cold north than it is in the fairly hot south, for
Yeah.
instance. But
No, that's not holiday related. I just noticed every April
yeah,
people are burning
it's
stuff.
basically before the first. Around here, for instance, you kind of have to have a permission to make a fire after the 1st of May.
1st of May. Okay, yeah.
I believe it's the 1st of May. It
Yeah, I
might be
think
the
you're
1st of April. I can't say for sure.
I just
Because
remember
we
there's a
have
lot of people
this,
burning in April.
Wonderful Viking village that we can make fires whenever we feel like it,
can make a
unless they've given a general prohibition against making fires.
And next weekend you can dance around the fire too. Because we have so many people. We filled the village. Every house has got somebody living in it this week for Easter vacation, and maybe not. I think they overlap around Wednesday. Some come late, some leave early. But this week anyway, all the houses will be lived in, and one of them is Anders will do some sort of a ceremony. They'll basically burn a lot of crap and sling some
Blood around.
blood or whatever. Yeah, I think it's ox blood or something, pig blood. I don't know where they get it. I think a local farm anyway donates it. Then they scream Odin, bang some swords, and that's it. I don't know. That's Anders' thing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I don't know either.
Nope,
But you
so
won't see me dancing.
it's not really my thing
There
either, but there are
is-
people that really like that stuff.
There is, on the scale of drunkenness, if completely sober is here and passed out is here, it's like 1 millimeter around here that I dance.
Okay.
I
So,
actually have not seen him dance, but
But aren't we supposed to have French TV here in a couple?
yeah, the
next
French.
week,
I think they're
or-
coming on inspection kind of because they're going to come and film in May.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. So we got a French documentary series that is coming. Apparently, somebody that makes our local French girl Marie drool. So apparently, he's
Yeah.
some big to do in France.
And Marie was talking about having a drum circle during Easter.
Oh yeah,
I think maybe
you got to
this-
do that. You like to drum.
Yeah, maybe. I think the same day as the Blot or.
Oh, write it up on the calendar. The Freeman will definitely enjoy
Yeah,
that.
but she has to.
Oh yeah.
She's.
But she doesn't
organizing
just nicely pat the
No,
drum either. That
she's-
she goes all. You have one there. Oh, can you do it? You don't have to drum like Marie does. It's going to be too loud.
it. Right now it's too dry, so the sound is very high pitch. Yeah, I have to soak it wet a little bit.
That didn't sound bad though.
Nah, I don't like that sound.
Okay, I'm gonna catch up on chat because I stopped at one thing here. Oops, right about there. If I don't knock it over. A drum session would be nice to see. Well, on Saturday, I asked Anders what time they're gonna do their ceremony up there. I don't know if that's got anything to do with the drums or what. I know
No,
they're doing a dinner as well in
The
the.
drums is
Chieftain's
supposed
Hall.
to be. I think she planned it after the ceremony or whatever.
Yeah, we will film some so that we can
Yeah.
put it out on the Facebook page for Viking Valley, though not on my own. That would go under Viking Valley. They deserve the credit. But we did think next Saturday, this might have Karl allergic though, but oh, see you, Marie. But next Saturday, we thought maybe I'll sit somewhere where it's kind of in the background, but not so that we're disturbing them, so they can see kind of what's going on. A little bit. It all depends on if their timing is the same as ours, though. Karl looks like I'll be torturing him if I make him do that, so we might not see him.
You can't make me do that because I just won't.
I won't be able to trick him. Yes, more magazine. Send more magazine ideas for Maria. We need them. But you got to have stuff that's little guy stuff in there too. So a lot of girls do needle binding. A lot of guys do too, actually. But the guys often get to be the ones that are stuck making the needles for the girls with the addiction. So I think you need some of that in there too.
So you want
Magazine
three
ideas.
pictures of me
Page 3, boy with Karl.
to attract boys? Do you think that's going to work?
Just hold my eggs and smile, and we'll put you on page 3. You're gonna be so cute, Karl. Cute. Look at your hat. Okay. I have to show off my work. He's one of them. Let's see. Yes, Raymond says in the timing of the Christian story is all out of whack with the seasons. R.K. Hagman, Rhonda says exactly it would have been in March or April. It got assigned to late December. This is back about the... Yeah. Nice woolly eggs. Thank you. I like the wool. I can't help it. It's not itchy. It's nice and warm and snuggly. Rabbits, flowers, eggs, all part of spring rebirth festivals. Raymond says the Easter Bunny is real. I cannot be convinced otherwise.
Okay.
You know where the Easter Bunny's from, though, because I watched this movie. Is it Legends or something like that? It had I forget the name of it anyway. I think it was Legends or something like that anyway. But it had Santa Claus in it and Easter Bunny. The Easter Bunny lived down under.
Oh, okay.
So then,
Down
and
under
yeah,
Australia?
that's where Raymond's from. So that's why he believes in the Easter Bunny. So
Oh, okay.
it's true. He hides all the eggs. So far, we haven't lost any eggs. We do something similar to it just for the kids in the village here, but obviously we can't do that. So we'll hide rocks instead.
One thing that kind of irritates me a little bit when
What?
it comes to the old pagan holidays.
Yep.
The Romans basically had two major party holidays. They had Saturnalia, which kind of turned into Christmas. It's gift giving and kind of a reversal of the social structure. So the slaves are masters and the masters are slaves, but just for a day, so the slaves should really not go overboard with this.
That'd be fun.
And drinking and promiscuity, basically. That's their Christmas.
Yeah.
But they had another one called Lupinalia. And this one was too bizarre for the Christians to keep in any form, so it's completely gone. But basically what happens is that the best of the best, the most famous Roman senators and generals, go to a cave, get really, really drunk while they are sitting naked in this cave talking to each other. Then they slaughter a goat and turn the skin of the goat into little whips. And then they enthusiastically, drunkenly run through the streets of Rome naked while they hit people with these whips. And being hit by a senator by this bloody whip should give you... you're almost guaranteed to get pregnant if that happens. So women who have problem conceiving keep running in their way to get hit by the whips.
I've actually heard about that.
Yeah, they kind of stopped doing that. That was hard to square with Christianity, but wouldn't it be fun if the Italian politicians, the Italian parliament, once a year got really, really drunk and hit their locals with whips to make them pregnant?
Well, that's...
But didn't they have also a kind of a carnival that when people could dress up across the levels in the society? There
is a little bit of that, but I think it was in connection with Saturnalia. It
Okay,
goes over many days.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And I think the last day is basically, okay, you had sex outside of wedlock, which we would normally kill you for.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was Saturnalia and you were in a costume, so it's
Okay,
fine.
yeah, that's the one then.
So if you time it really well, your promiscuity, that would be the one?
Yeah, if you can limit your promiscuity to one day a year, it's fine.
All right, finish my stitch here and I'll catch up. Out of yarn. No, I've got more. You're always torturing poor Karl. He likes it, though. He just won't admit it. Okay, so I didn't torture him completely. It was my turn to wash the bathrooms today. And I told Karl that if I do the dishes, would he wash the bathrooms? Sold.
Oh, okay.
So he didn't have to actually wash the dishes this week. But he did have to wash the toilets.
I'm being paid for that.
Yeah, you are. So that was fine, but it's not something that's great for my arms to do, so when they're sore. Want to go to that cave, says Charlotte. I bet you do. I'm just going to keep inserting the eggs. Okay. Let's see. I'll go back up a little bit. Because I skipped a bunch of stuff. Yep, nope. The Easter Bunny's real. I swear to God. Wait, can I swear to God in this village? Odin. I swear to Odin. Do we have an Easter Bunny relatable god?
Somebody who steals eggs. Loki steals things. Probably
Freya
egg.
has eggs.
I think if we had a god connected to spring, it would be Frey, I think.
Frey?
Yeah.
Frey or Frey?
Frey.
Frey, yeah.
Maybe Eden to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Eden's apples, yeah. So
But
do you
we
get
have something called Dieseblot. Isn't that in
Dieseblot?
spring?
I honestly don't know.
No, I have
have
heard
to
about
look
it.
that
And
one up.
it's yeah,
Dieseblot?
yeah.
Huh.
It's blot for the goddesses.
Oh yeah, that sounds familiar actually. So you get Midsummer Murders and shows like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I've seen Midsummer Murders, but
Midsummer Murders, Bergerac was a big one.
yeah.
Oh, what else? Kind of British crime where we...
Yeah.
We get a lot of those. They take like 4 days or something. You know, you watch one episode on them, and so it's done over 4 sittings.
Yeah.
That one sounds quite a cool thing.
Agatha Christie and later on Ruther and Dell.
Yeah.
Were very popular.
And who is the guy that's from Oxford University, Oxford? I don't remember all of them. It's too many.
I was thinking there was a person, but not Perry Mason, but that's American.
Yeah.
That's
So that I would never buy. But the
I tried.
British crime author, and I think Agatha Christie is good to very good.
yeah.
Arthur Conan Doyle is basically the master. But people like Ruther and Dell are not particularly good. I don't like her crime stories. It's like it's more of a story about what the people in the story are feeling than it is a mystery for you to solve.
Oh, that could be a
So
little
it's
bit more.
like you get all these clues, and then it turns out, oh no, the murderer, that was her cousin who lives in Dunbartonshire upon Tyne, and we've never heard about him before. Yeah, no.
And of course, Hercule Poirot is is very popular here in Norway. He's Agatha Christie, I suppose. Isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that wasn't too
Miss
long
Marple
ago.
are
Yeah.
hers.
Miss Marple's a
And
good one. That's
Then she also has a lot of, well, not a lot, but at least some unrelated stories.
Yeah. Is she having Sherlock Holmes too?
No, that's Arthur Conan Doyle.
Oh yeah. Okay.
okay. To catch up some more. Jensi Eriksson is here to catch the last few minutes. No, you're good. We still have 13 minutes left, and lately I have been going overtime, so I have to watch that. Because I promised to feed these guys after. We're gonna have pizza, and this is like a rerun from 2 weeks ago. Pizza and gaming.
Yeah.
We did pizza. Ah, that's right. Couldn't be asked to cook. It was too much today. Karin Burvis here. Hello. She said, found a bag of weaving yarn at my grandmother's. She was throwing it away. You can make eggs. No, you can make lots of stuff with the weaving yarn. No, she cannot throw that away. You can make lots and lots of stuff with that. You might, if it's thin weaving yarn, then you just have to use a thicker stitch, something like finish 2+2. This is probably similar to that thickness, and it's finished 2+2. But cool stuff. Oh, I'm glad you rescued it for her. And James is starting from the bottom, he says on his sweater. Okay, yeah, that's how I make mine too. I have to start from the bottom. I try to start from the top, but then my armholes get placed in incorrectly. So it's just what works best for me. Dance and then fall down. Oh yeah, the show is not shoes. No, I cut that. He said that. The auto carrot, yeah. Charlotte writes, sounds lovely, bonfires, blood, and Odin. So she's one for Anders' fest. There you go. I think it's going to be on the 16th. But it'll be after hours. But, you know, Charlotte is a Freeman, so she can pop in. RK Hagman. Rhonda says, in Shetland, January, they do a fire festival up Helly.
Yeah.
You know that one?
Yeah, I know about it.
Oh, I don't know that
I
one.
don't talk about it.
You don't talk about it? Something happened. Whatever happens in Shetland stays in Shetland.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not going to say anything about
Nope,
that.
he's not going to say anything. Okay, I think he did something. Okay, drum session would be good. We got that one. Yes, more calendar ideas for, what would you put in a magazine? An all-binding magazine. Do you want to, like, satisfy everybody? I almost thought Greg could do a little story in there, but even though it's not necessarily an all-binding, but there's a lot of overlap with the Viking and so that could be kind of good. But you definitely should do some tips and trips on needles, or just a little feature of you making one, maybe.
Yeah.
Could do that. I thought we have to interview people too. Men in nalbinding should be a section of itself, because there's a lot more that do that than, say, men in crochet or men in knitting. The ratio, I think, is higher. But it's very inspiring to see. Let's see. The Jens Eriksson, the Uphelia is special. Okay, so I might want to read that on my own time. Sock repair, that's a good one.
What?
Sock repair would be a
yeah.
good one. So do you cut the toe off and nalbind it back on, or do you just sit there and weave? It all depends on the hole for me. That sounded really bad. The look on your face.
I didn't get what you said.
I said the sock repair, how would you do it? Would you needle bind? Would you weave it? What would you do? For me, it all depends on the hole.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're in the gutter today.
Yeah.
I brought it there with the egg boobs. I can't help it. Get a hold of Anne-Marie. Yeah. Is she on here today? Sometimes she is, sometimes she isn't. But anyway, so we're at minute 51. What else are we doing this week? Anything fun? We have something big coming in tomorrow. Do you want to talk about that?
No,
Isn't it the first time we've had a cruise ship here since the
yeah,
pandemic?
we have cruise ships, but that's not going to be anything special. We're going to
No.
have vertical fuckload of cruise ships this season.
Yep, because they all got diverted from the Baltic. The Baltic cruises are canceled. My mom's ship was supposed to go through the Baltic, but they're going to be, that part of their tour is being routed to Germany. I was surprised. But yeah.
Nobody wants to be in the Russian missile range.
Nobody wants to be, no. So they do that for a safety thing. But then this group, hi Anders, you want to come say hi? We got like 9 minutes left. You should. We haven't seen him in a while. Oops, we have to tilt up the camera.
Will I get paid for this meeting?
No, I pay you nothing. But hey,
Goodbye.
No, you have to stay. I have a question.
Okay.
What are you doing on the 16th?
Yeah.
Tell them about it, because they were asking.
Oh.
Well, they weren't, but I'm asking for them.
Oh yeah.
We talked about it.
The 16th, there
Yeah.
will be blood.
There will
No,
is
it
it
will
real
be
blood?
blood, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but there is actually real blood involved.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
maybe not human blood.
No, actually not.
It's something that was already bound for the slaughterhouse.
Yeah, yeah, it was. Yeah. No, it's gonna be a blood, so it's worth checking out, because it's a lot of howling and
Are you gonna howl?
throwing things on the fire, and
Are you keeping your clothes on?
I'm not making any promises in that regard, but you know.
That might get you some more people. Charlotte is here for sure now. Crap, she'll take a train out specifically from Bergen.
I'll keep my hat on, actually.
You can leave your hat on?
Yeah.
Is it nalbound? That's all that matters. No, but what else are you guys doing? You got like a feast and...
Yeah, we have a gilde afterwards, a feast, a Viking feast.
Yeah.
So we'll have to coordinate a little bit, because everyone will bring beetroots if we're not coordinating it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you
Because
can't have
no
just
one
meats.
wants to buy the meat, because that's expensive. So there's only beetroots.
Well, we have vegetarians.
What other stuff did grow in the Viking Age again?
Carrot? No, it's the but
Carrots?
not the orange ones.
Onions.
Carrots, but they look different.
Yeah,
Onions, yeah. Lots of
carrots,
onions.
onions.
Barley.
Everybody wants to bring the onions, but nobody wants to bring the meat.
Yeah.
So
The meat is the important
if you're
part.
coming, bring the meat.
Yeah. But you probably, and if you've got at least one vegetarian in there, then you'll have a vegetarian dish as well.
If you have a vegetarian, then
Yeah.
you have the meat.
If you have the vegetarian, then you
I
have
didn't
the
think
meat.
about that, actually, but yeah, now I got to get him.
So
some
about
ideas.
the blood.
Yeah.
But what do you do in your ceremonies though? Because I don't get to see them all, so they kind of wanted to know what do you do and how do you decide what to say and.
Well, I did a lot of research around it. It's quite fascinating, actually,
Yeah?
but I probably don't have time to
You got about
expound on
5
all.
minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
We've
No.
killed Christmas and Easter
Yeah,
over here. We
it's
even ruined the Easter bunny.
It is really fascinating, actually, what they did and what they didn't do, and one part of the we don't do this actually anymore. We don't actually sacrifice animals, but
No.
in the Viking Age they would sacrifice, for example, horses to Frey.
Yeah.
And there's a movie that's called The Littlest Viking in English. It
yeah.
was released in the States as well.
Yeah.
And in Norwegian it's called Sigurd the Dragon Slayer.
Yep.
And one time in that movie, there's a guy that says to Sigurd when he was a young boy, he says, "There's two things you should stay away from, son. women and horse meat. And I didn't know this until I started the Viking reenactment, but the horse meat part is because he's supposed to be a Christian, and if you're not if you're a pagan, you sacrifice horses to Frey.
Oh,
So it's like, stay away from that, you know.
I didn't know that.
So it's pretty cool,
I
actually.
actually have not read that book. I should do
No.
it though.
And
but,
I was so sad because at the end of the movie,
Yeah.
spoiler alert, shut it off now if you plan to see this movie. You can't get a hold of it anymore, I think. But they actually do throw a Snartemo sword outside of the preacher's chair in Norway,
Oh.
which is like, no, don't
No.
throw it over. So,
But you do drumming.
yeah, there is drumming. There is. I'm trying to get some women that are good at singing like traditional Norwegian folk singing, kind of.
Oh yeah. Well, where's the Marita when you need her?
You know, like that.
Yeah.
I want them to sing that. That's a very very nice part of the ritual.
That's a cool idea.
And there's we have a procession that goes around and around because twirling around is apparently one sacred thing in the Viking Age, connected with magic and rituals, and it's one of the parts which actually does transcend the gender barrier kind of between male and female, because women are allowed to do magic, but men are not in the Viking Age.
No.
It's forbidden for men to do magic. So, and it's magic is also connected to spinning of yarn, for example, like
Yeah, I've heard
spinning
that.
thread and yarn.
Yeah.
So, so it's a very feminine thing, and it has a continuation into the medieval period where you see the same ritual implements, you might say, for the witches is like typically spinning spindles, and it's like this thing that it's a rod that they keep between their legs that you put the yarn onto, you know.
Calm down, Carl.
What's it called? I don't remember what it's
The
called.
spindle? The drop spindle?
Drop. No, it's like a.
Oh, the staff.
It's a staff that you kind of put the
This
yarn.
stuff.
Distaff. Thank
This
you.
stuff, yeah, exactly. That's used for like flying if you're a witch in the medieval period, right?
Ah.
That like the drawings and stuff show that. So, and it's also has a connection to the Norse rituals, but the separation is basically the blut is usually a gudi, which is a man.
Yep.
Unless it's a widow of someone who owns a farm,
Yeah.
then it's a gudja,
Ah.
which is the female priest, or priestess.
Yeah.
So otherwise, all magic is reserved for women, and men are supposed to stay away from it. So it's.
One last question before you go.
Yeah.
Are you wearing the sweater?
I am. I
He's
am actually.
wearing the
I
sweater.
started wearing it now.
Yep. That's how you wear a nalbound sweater that's not historically accurate
Is this
in a
proof
Viking
or
village.
evidence, Karl?
It's there we go.
Is it proof or evidence when I show a small part of it?
I think it's proof.
Well, it's strong evidence that Karin can make a sweater.
Well, his neck, it's showing at his neck too.
Yeah.
Yep. It's folded under
So
because
we
it
have
was
two
extra
parts
long.
of proof,
Yeah.
and together they make evidence.
No, it's the other way around.
Okay,
It's still
okay.
evidence. If you have the entire thing, it's still only, unfortunately, evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they don't have it. They only have an electronic
yeah.
representation.
Ah,
Yeah,
this
but he's
could-
got it under
this
his
could be
shirt. So
manipulated, you know.
he looks a little bit more squishy than he normally does. It's because the sweater's all the way.
I have a third one too. It's like both here and there. And,
There you go.
So I'm not putting up the.
Oh,
no.
no. Actually, we can see it when you did that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see
There
it.
you
Here,
go.
just a minute. There we go. It's
Yeah.
it's still a sweater.
You made me do it, Karin.
I did. You stripped for me. Okay, we should say goodbye. But if you're well, I've got YouTube at 6:00 next week. So if I
Yeah, there is a chance that the blut will run in the background actually.
Yeah,
So
if
you
it's at that
wanna
time, I'll throw
get
in
a
in
piece of
background.
that, then
But I won't go too close because I don't want to disrupt it. So
No.
that'll be fun to see.
Yeah, stay tuned, guys.
Okay, let's stay tuned.
Right.
Thanks for visiting us, Anders.
Thank you.
Proof of the sweater. TM.
Yeah.
Trademark. I like that. Okay, what else did I miss? Because then we should go. We got actually 45 minutes left. An onion ring. 45 seconds. Sorry, I suck. An onion ring on the belt, which was the fashion at the time. I'm a little bit back. I went back up a bit too. Cheese dip and blood. Okay, that's new. It says Charlotte. Leave your hat on. Yeah. The 16th. Yes, it's on the 16th. Your Heidi not your sister, but the other Heidi is on.
Yeah.
So you want to say hi?
Hi, Heidi.
She's coming. She hasn't been in Gudvangen since last
Yeah.
fall. Her, what is
Looking
it, fall
forward
break?
to get her and them back
Yep, that house has been standing pretty much empty since October, so you have to come and
Yeah.
fill it with lots of noise. Maybe not that kind of noise though. But anyway, lots of noise. Kids and stuff. You've got kids running around in there. I just realized that sounded bad when I said it. She's probably got loads of material for the magazine. No, we need lots of stuff. Remember, there's got to be more than one of these. Jenny says, yes, I kept the legs of some worn out socks and made new foot parts. Recycling, upcycling, yep. My kid, they wore the heel out as they get taller. They start using it and, they're running around in the water and then it starts felting at the toe and getting skinnier and then they pull them off this way, which makes them longer. And the heel, which is here, is now here. We actually took her socks and cut them off here because it was too skinny to use. And then she has boot cuffs. So she just puts them on top of her own socks and kind of stuffs them into the shoes so it looks like she's wearing nalbound socks. But she's not in the boots. Okay. That was a good trick for Pruda loves my dirty mind. See, I have at least one fan out there. No, I got 7 likes too. So hey, 7 people thought this was worth it. Pruda says, I'm in Russian missile range and it sucks. Yes, no, so you have to stay safe.
I think you're pretty safe for Russian missiles where you are.
Yeah, in Moscow? From Russian missiles, no Russian missiles will hit you. Let's see.
I don't know, that can be somewhat imprecise, but that would be a new record even for them.
Yeah. Oh, here's where the cheese dip comes in. Yenny writes, blood and howling, I'm in and I'll bring cheese dip. And that's when Charlotte says, cheese dip and blood. It's hard to be a Viking. So no vegetarians in this crowd, is that what we're saying here? Twirling around, I can make myself dizzy. Yep, and there's everyone saying distaff. Wow, they were faster than we were on that one. Heidi says, I love the book series Sigurd the Dragadreppere, and the people around him was written by Toril Torstad Hauger. The sweater TM. I like the trademark on the sweater. I'm just spitting everywhere here. Sorry. And last thing before we go here, Heidi says, I saw Anders on the screen and called out Anders, Ponders, Elevilla Gonders, Panakake. And love to all. So Saturday, 6 o'clock, or same time. We'll be back. Karl might not be. He's kind of allergic to
maybe
ceremonies.
Heidi's in here.
Heidi could be in here too. Well, we'll be
Yeah.
outside unless it's as cold as it was. They're blowing in the microphone like today. But she might be. She could dance for us, and Jen will have cheese dip. It'll be fun.
We'll see what she
We'll
wants
just see how it goes. Oh, good. I'm glad you caught some time too. Okay, so we're leaving, and you can be okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
No ceremony for you next week.
No, that's unlikely.
No, we'll find some stuff.
If Toril decides to pay me for it, that's fine. But I don't do this for free.
No, Tor doesn't play us for YouTube either. This is just for fun. Okay, we're leaving you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See, and yes. God påske.